Hey everyone, my name is Julia. I'm a product manager, and today I want to talk about Peloton. Peloton is in trouble. After a rebrand to anyone, anywhere, and in the face of stagnating equipment sales, it is unclear how Peloton can provide better, distinguished fitness than hundreds of alternatives out there. To help users create sticky exercise habits, they need to level up the user onboarding and engagement. In this video, I will break down what Peloton can do to become the hybrid exercise platform of choice. Let's begin. Where's Peloton at? Peloton saw an immense hype and user growth during the pandemic. When gyms reopened, user growth changed from massive growth to a plateau. Suddenly, the company had to deal with production overcapacity, excess inventory, quality issues, and recalls. With the new management team in place, Peloton has been trying to get back into profitability, a positive free cash flow, and a growing user base. But equipment sales keep falling. The number of pre-owned bikes listed on eBay and Craigslist is growing. And this past Black Friday, Peloton has been offering the biggest equipment discounts yet, up to 50% off. CEO Barry McCarthy has expressed on numerous occasions that he is not worried about the losses and negative growth of the hardware side of the business, as long as the profitable subscription business is growing. His strategy? He wants to acquire previously unserved audiences, more men, Gen Z, Latinx, and Black groups, to eventually get to a 100 million user base, up from 6.5 million members today. A steep target, given that the net user growth is currently negative. Another update: in May of this year, Peloton rebranded under the slogan, "Anyone, Anywhere." They said they want to be an accessible and affordable fitness platform for the masses and get rid of their image as a stationary bike provider with expensive boutique classes. They are betting on growth through users who try out the cheaper digital app, which is available on phone and web and comes at price points of $0, $13, and $24 per month. This subscription doesn't require any equipment from Peloton, although it does allow you to take spinning classes or run classes with your own treadmill or bike. Sports modalities available on the platform include strength training with body weight or free weights, cardio, high-intensity interval classes, yoga, Pilates, meditation, and stretching. Per Barry McCarthy, the main bet to still sell or upsell bikes is the rental program, launched about 2 years ago, which allows users to rent a bike at home and get the membership included for $89 per month. Does this sound distinguished? Hardly. There are plenty of other fitness apps out there with the exact same value proposition. Echelon and SoulCycle offer very similar spin bikes with a membership at a similar price point. Fitness videos are available for free on YouTube, meeting people where they're already consuming content. And then there's Apple Fitness Plus, which is projected to have over 30 million subscribers by 2025, and which keeps on growing, driven by rising Apple Watch sales. Some providers such as Technogym, Tonal, and Center go even further and offer machines and workouts in the area of hypertrophy and heavy strength training, which Peloton cannot compete with. With the rebrand to Anywhere, Anytime and focus on the digital app, Peloton has now exactly the same problem that all other fitness apps out there have: the need to create a sticky product that creates a lasting exercise habit against the universal inertia of life, which is pulling people back into a state of not exercising. There are 3 metrics that subscription apps typically track and try to influence. These are user growth, user retention, and user engagement, meaning how often and how frequently the users interact with the app. It's safe to assume that Peloton needs to be better across all of these metrics. What can be done to keep more users on the platform and increase Peloton's own engagement metric, time spent in the app? Product management podcaster Lenny Rachitsky once compared increasing retention to hosting a great party, which entails inviting the right people, welcoming them thoughtfully, making sure they have a great time, catching them before they bail, and if they leave, make sure they know what they are missing. In the case of Peloton, the party starts with the user signing up, and it ends when a user decides to cancel their subscription. In order to understand where Peloton's potential lies, let's analyze the Peloton Party. And that's what we're going to do for the remainder of the video. We start with step 1, inviting the right people. Who do we need to invite? There are 2 main personas or user profiles that I see. 1, the hustler or warrior who is trying to keep a streak. This persona is related to the streak persona that I've defined in my last video on Strava. These are very busy individuals who are trying day in and out to start being active or stay active amidst the high demands of a stressful job or parenting. The persona name is derived from some of the instructor-based fan workout group names, which in many cases express some element of fighting, strength, struggle, or surviving together. Here are some examples: Robin's Wolfpack, Anna's Warriors, and Hannah's Push Crew. There are also other groups on there, including Peloton's Breastfeeding Moms or Fitter Over 50 and Beyond. The list goes on. In essence, Peloton can help busy parents and professionals to get into shape and keep their fitness, and do so alongside others who have a similar life reality. How about the second persona? The second persona is the portfolio athlete, similar to the Strava persona defined in my last Strava video. These individuals are already active, and Peloton can help them to integrate, diversify, and supplement their existing fitness routine. For example, by adding strength or muscular endurance into a very cardio-heavy workout routine, helping them stay active during an upcoming travel, or making training more structured through setting goals and following plans. So talking about inviting users, how does Peloton invite users today? The invite should center around the value proposition. In Peloton's case, as I see it, providing holistic, convenient, hybrid fitness. And if they can improve a little further, the opportunity to join a vibrant community. So what story does Peloton tell today? These days, Peloton talks a lot about wanting to attract a broader audience. They are clearly concerned about painting a picture of inclusivity and diversity. Their latest holiday campaign focuses on fun during workouts anywhere for anyone. And their team explained that the focus on fun over goals was an intentional decision. And the website? It's completely equipment first, with trashy discounts everywhere. We get it, the bike is very cheap right now. Meanwhile, the app is a mere afterthought. You can hardly even find it on the page. And this is how the sign-up screen looks. An enticing invite looks different. Lastly, their mobile app marketing is focused on anyone, anywhere, and mention programs as a tool to build a habit. My biggest wish is that they would be more consistent across media interfaces, and that they would lead with real stories and value, focusing on their inspiring instructors and the community of raving Peloton members, including warriors and portfolio athletes. The choice is yours. You can either keep marketing 3 free cardio workouts per month, or you can focus on telling the true and authentic story of the Peloton Party, which is how busy members use Peloton to escape a hectic day, build habits of wellness and fitness, motivation, fun, music, and a community to keep warriors active, and diversity of workouts, goals, plans, and metrics to help strivers and portfolio athletes integrate and supplement fitness wherever they are. Which invite would you be more likely to follow? Step 2 in hosting a great party. Welcome your guests nicely. Or in product management terms, nail your user onboarding. First question, what effort does Peloton make to get to know their users? The answer? Not much. While there's a few suggested to-do items for users who just sign up, such as trying out the stack feature or the bookmarking feature, there's no attempt to understand in qualitative terms why a user is here and help them get started in line with their goals, intentions, or possible obstacles. The only thing I have seen from Peloton is a 20+ question survey sent out via email. It probably does not have a high opening or completion rate. Best practice would be to ask just a few targeted questions in the beginning, right in the app. And then learn more about users over time to not overwhelm them with questions right away. As you learn more about them, connect them with the right program, goals, coaches, and switch it up over time. Here's an example of the questions that Center asks their users, and then subsequently they connect them to a program that serves their goals. Lastly, the strength and bodybuilding app Fitbod makes a great attempt to understand what equipment someone has at their gym or home gym to make sure a relevant exercise plan can be suggested to them. Step 3 in hosting a great party. Keep your guests entertained. It's really hard to keep strangers behind a screen entertained and connected.
Make me laugh!
Especially if they don't know each other from before. This translates to Peloton's job at hand as well. The toolbox for more engagement includes monitoring progress, updating goals, and connecting users with a mentor and a tribe, if possible in real life. Let's unpack this a bit. Monitoring progress. One area where Peloton can build on existing functionality is comparing performance over time. In my estimation, this is a big opportunity for fitness apps across the board, which would increase motivation and help form habits. Especially for strength and power, progress can be noticed really fast, which boosts motivation. Peloton already has a few features in this area that they could build on. Some of their strength workout plans make use of benchmark tests. That is, for example, how many push-ups can you do in 1 minute at the beginning of starting a plan and when you've completed it. And the guide, their TV strength product, now compares the weight and load of an exercise to the metrics that you had in your previous workout. For cycling, Peloton offers a 20-minute functional threshold power test that can be repeated. This is excellent Peloton, and I would love to see a consistent, expanded use of these tests. I would love to see these test workout videos and results easily available so that they're repeatable, and see a timeline of the results in the user profile. It would be great to expand the approach to have benchmark tests across most programs and key disciplines. For example, a test for the fastest mile run could be reintroduced for runners. How about a quarterly platform-wide testing week, where coaches across the board prompt users to take a variety of benchmark tests for strength, stamina, and endurance to monitor progress and identify areas of opportunity for the next workout phase. Still on the point of keeping it interesting, let's talk about the human element. All digital fitness platforms have this problem. You can have amazing programming, but how do you keep people motivated and growing? True human connection is powerful for accountability, ownership, and motivation. There are two groups of people, coaches and training buddies. Peloton's instructors excel at leading users through the class and motivating them. However, given the nature of the platform, if you need a coach who gives you personal adjustments or training tips, you cannot get that from the Peloton coaches. You need someone else for that in your life. With regards to training buddies, Peloton has some tools and online communities where you can find people with similar interests and backgrounds. You can follow people in hashtags and high-five them on the leaderboard or follow their activities in the feed. The tools in place are pretty good. That is, if you know your community. High-fiving is fun, but it's less fun to high-five a stranger versus someone that you know and relate to. How do you find this person? The existing Peloton groups are organized on external social media. It is pretty cumbersome to identify a community this way, and in my opinion, will not be easily scalable for more growth in the future. One big opportunity that might solve many of Peloton's problems is to create in real-life connections of active individuals with coaches and training partners, and then have them train together and share the experience on the Peloton platform. So meet first, use Peloton as a training platform later, supplementing existing exercise routines with the convenience, offerings, and fun on Peloton. This goes back to the needs of our second persona, portfolio athletes and strivers. Peloton also needs to tackle the competition through gyms. While pure in-home workouts are not really growing as a trend, hybrid fitness is. People do like to supplement their routines with flexible workouts at home. And so even gyms have started to offer virtual classes that can be consumed for free as part of the gym membership. Apple just announced it has partnered with Anytime Fitness to offer members a free Apple Plus membership. Peloton could follow this example and partner with gyms to offer their catalog as part of the gym membership. And they could provide tools to coaches and personal trainers to find classes and plans that they can recommend to their existing training groups and coachees. For example, members of a triathlon training group or running club might take yoga for runners together on Peloton. Or they might follow a cycling plan during the dark and cold winter off-season to work on base power. Having some sort of in-real-life connection could be a major lever to scale beyond the existing user base of Peloton. Let's close out our recipe to host a great party and combine step 4 and 5. Catch your guests before they leave, and if they did leave, try to bring them back by showing them what they missed. Life gets into the way of exercising often. So step 4 and 5 means helping members foresee and manage difficult times and transitions. Gretchen Rubin, one of my favorite authors on habits, talks about having habit safeguards in place. That means foreseeing possible threats and define an if-then behavior so that you can keep the habit in the face of difficulties. This is especially relevant for the warrior persona, who has a lot on their plate most of the time. Scenarios that might occur are very common across the board. Example 1, an upcoming vacation. Peloton could find out about trips and proactively suggest adjustments to make sure users can stay active. They could suggest equipment-free classes that fit the user's current workout regime, or help them adjust their plan if they need to skip a week. Example 2, injuries. Same here. Peloton could help users adjust goals, select suitable workouts and modalities, and connect them to users who struggle with similar issues. And 3, an exercise break might occur due to several stressful life circumstances, which might include needing to take care of others, moving, the birth of a new child, etc. This is a tough one. Once a user becomes inactive, it is very hard to get them back. What I would pay attention to here is to try to plug people back into a human connection and to motivate them for a goal. Peloton already has an option to pause the membership for 1 month, which is one opportunity to find out about an upcoming break and to suggest alternatives to keep people active. Conclusion: Peloton wants to be a fitness subscription app for the masses. They have a few things that they are doing well, and they should double down on their strength by throwing a successful party, the Peloton Party. That's it from my end today. If you enjoyed this video, please support me with a like or subscribe. What are your thoughts on Peloton? Let me know in the comments below. I appreciated the many comments on my last video about what Strava can do better, and I would love to hear more from you. If you haven't seen that video, I recommend you go check it out since you might enjoy it. For now, goodbye.